Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft Redstone tutorial. If you like that intro, then please make sure to leave a like on this video. That would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you're new to the channel, then please make sure to subscribe to support me and making more content like this. In this video, we're going to be talking about a little thing called a wireless redstone activated door. Now, that is a pretty big statement to say that it is 100% fully wireless, so you don't actually have to have a button, lever, or pressure plate to activate this, or a redstone torch key. It's completely wireless, meaning all you have to do is just walk up to the door, and if you have the correct thing that I'll be telling you guys in a little bit, then you'll allow to enter the door. As you can see, if I'm going to walk up to this door here, I cannot actually enter it because I have nothing in my inventory. But if you have the correct item in your inventory, which I'll explain in a minute, then you'll be allowed to walk through the door and into your base or wherever you're building this for. So I'm kind of keeping this a little secret. I think you guys already know, but the secret is that I am using Frostwalker boots to activate this door, and so it's kind of cheap, but it's also a very, very cool redstone contraption if you actually go ahead and try it out. So I'm going to go ahead and put these boots on right now, and I'm using Frostwalker 2, but you can also use Frostwalker 1. You just have to get a little bit closer to the water source block in order for the door to open. So now all I'm going to do is just walk up to the door. As you can hear, some piston action happens. The door will open. I can walk through, and then all I have to do to close it is click this button, and the door will automatically close as soon as I click that button. Now, as you can see, that lamp just turned off, meaning that the ice has now thawed, allowing you to walk up to the door again and once more activate the door. So now I can walk up. The light will turn on, indicating that it is ice now, and I can go ahead and click the button and walk away. So I can go ahead and walk up to the door. As you can see, it won't open because the light is turned on. But if I make any subtle movements near the water source, then I can just go ahead and walk through. The door will open. I can click this button, it will power off, and the light will turn off depending on if the ice has thawed or not. So yeah, this is a very, very cool redstone contraption, and it also is pretty simple to complex. It's in that middle range right there, so I have definite faith that you will be able to build this. Now, there are two downsides to this. One of them is the fact that you actually have to use a button instead of just walking through and then closing it, but it's just kind of easier, and you can't really use a pressure plate, so the button is the way to go. And the second downside to this redstone contraption is that the water source block, while being on the same level as the player, also has to have a air block above the water source block. So that's why I have these stairs right here. These are just some decoy stairs on this left side, but as you can see, if I go ahead and break this, then here is the water source block, and it has to have an air block above that water source block. So that's why you have to have these little blocks extruding out from either side. That's the only downside to these contraptions, but it is overall a very, very cool contraption, and yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and just take a look at the redstone behind this build. Alright, so here is all of the redstone for this contraption. As you can see, it's very small, and I forgot to mention this in the intro, but it is only 1 wide, meaning that you can pretty much slot this in anywhere that you want. Now, before I go ahead and take a look at the individual components that actually make up this build, I'd like to say that if you want to see different content other than the redstone content that I produce, and just go ahead, like other Minecraft content, so maybe like a let's play, maybe a server let's play, maybe a beta let's play, I don't know, anything that you guys want to see, then go ahead and put that down in the comments below. I'll be happy to go ahead and do that. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and take a look at this components for this build. Alright, we have 3 main components that actually activate this build. We have, first off, the water system. Pretty much this observer will detect whenever the water stops flowing and will deliver it to a T flip-flop. And then that T flip-flop will be converted into an RS NOR latch. So a lot of stuff is happening. If you guys don't know what a T flip-flop is, then I'll be putting a tutorial, or just you want an in-depth tutorial on a T flip-flop, then a tutorial will be up in the card in the top right now, or also down in the description. A link will be there for you to click on. Alright, but an RS NOR latch is something completely different. It's actually a memory storage device, pretty much if you click a button, and I also explain this in the tutorial, so might as well just let's go ahead and take a look at the tutorial for this build. Alright, so here are all of the items that you'll need to build this redstone contraption in my inventory right now, and also these are all of the numbers. Obviously, this is a building block, you don't need 64 sandstone, and yeah, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So first things first, we're actually going to be digging down a 5x7x2 hole, just like this, and I'm just going to use the fill command to make this go a little bit faster. Alright, there is your hole, and you need to dig this space out for the actual redstone contraption. Now come in the very center and place 2 blocks. You can go ahead and destroy this support block here. And now this is the block that the door will be resting on. So go ahead and grab your iron door. And instead of placing the iron door like this, we are actually going to be placing it a certain way so that when it's powered, it will be in the closed state. So go ahead and just position yourself like this, and then place the door right here. And as you can see, you want the hinges to be on the right side, and once it closes, then it will close in the forward facing state. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and be adding the water source. Now keep in mind, I did not say this in the intro, but if you are in a cold climate, such as a snowy biome like I am in right now, there's some snow over there, then you need to actually place a piece of glowstone or a light source block right next to the water, just so that it will not actually freeze and then open the door on accident. So go ahead and grab yourself a glowstone if you are in that type of climate and place it right next to the door. If you are not, I would just, for a cautionary measure, place it, I mean, it's a piece of glowstone, it's not that hard to get, but go ahead and place that glowstone down there, and place a block here and a block here, and then go ahead and destroy this block in the very center of all of these 3 blocks. Now you can go ahead and grab your water source block and place it right in line with your ground, so right here, and as you can see, it'll go right down into that hole we made. Perfect. And now we can go ahead and get started with all of the redstone. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and grab one observer and place it right here so the red side is facing away from the water. And then this block will go right into this block, and then this observer will be powering this sticky piston facing in this direction here. Now this sticky piston will have a redstone block on its face. Also, you don't actually have to have a redstone block if you're running low on redstone resources. You can also have a regular block and then a torch underneath it, and then that will work exactly the same. But I'm going to be using a redstone block for this tutorial. Once you place that redstone block right there, all you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab a repeater, place it right here. Now this repeater will be going right into a block, and this repeater will also be powering a dropper, which a hopper will be feeding right the way into this dropper. Now go ahead and go into this dropper and place any item of your choice. Obviously it doesn't have to be a hopper. Then just place it in this dropper and you're good to go. Now go ahead and grab your single comparator and place it facing outwards from this hopper. And now this comparator will be going into a block, and then there will be a redstone repeater right here, and this redstone repeater going into a block. And then now we can start the whole entire RS NOR latch type thing. And I will be explaining what an RS NOR latch is. It's actually used for holding memory. So pretty much this is a standard RS NOR latch. This right here is a standard RS NOR latch, and as you can see, if I click this button here, then it switches, but if I click it again, it does not switch. So it's a memory holding device, and I've actually modified it using the target block, but pretty much it's the same concept. So when the water thaws, it clicks this button here, it will power the door, and then when you press that button on the floor, it will just reset the whole entire thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at how to actually make that RS NOR latch. So first things first, we're actually going to be implementing the button. So come one block behind that door and place your button. It doesn't really matter in any direction. As you can see, both directions work exactly the same. Now come directly underneath the button and place a piece of redstone, and that redstone going into this block, and then this redstone will be going through this block and into this repeater. Now this repeater will be going right into another block. I know a lot of things going into blocks here. So now what we can do is we can actually place a redstone torch right here. And now this is the beginning of the RS NOR latch. Then go ahead and place 3 pieces of redstone here, here, and here. And then 1 piece of redstone here. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and grab a target block to redirect this piece of redstone so that it will power this redstone torch that is on this target block. And now this redstone torch will be going into this block, and then there will be a block adjacent from that block. And then you'll have a piece of redstone dust right here going into this block, which will power this door. Right now it's in the off state, but when you want to turn it on, or the closed state, then all you have to do is just press this button, it will close it, and as you can see, that RS NOR latch will flip on, and everything will close. So the very last and final step to complete your redstone contraption, all you have to do is just go ahead and grab a redstone lamp and place it right above this central block right here, and that is it. That's completely finished. And obviously you do need Frostwalker 2 boots. Obviously you can just use Frostwalker 1, but you also have to get a little bit closer to it. And now all you have to do is just fill in all of these blocks here. Now there are some downsides to this if you are building this in your world. Number one, like I said in the intro, you have to have a air block above the water source block. So if I have a block right here, and if I go ahead and put on my boots, as you can see, if I'm walking up to this water source block here, it will not function. As soon as I break this block though and move, then that ice will be turned, or water will be turned into ice. So there has to be an air block above that water gap. So pretty much all you have to do is kind of just make it so that it's nice and concealed by using like a stair or something. Or if you are building, like in the intro, if you're building some sort of base that is in the mountain, then kind of just terraform it into the side of the mountain. So there is the whole entire redstone contraption completely finished. So if you guys do still have any questions, please put those down in the comments below. I do read all the comments, so if you do have a question, it will get answered. Also, like I said in the beginning of the tutorial, if you do want to see any of those beta let's plays or regular let's plays, then please put those down in the comments below. I'd be happy to make that, and I just want to know if you guys are willing to watch that type of stuff. But yeah, it's really all up to you guys, so put that down in the comments below. Also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to share it with your friends, then go ahead and do so. That would be greatly appreciated as well. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Scoop6, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And, goodbye!